So yesterday I went to see a guy called David, who's a local guy. He let me borrow his shop blasting cabinet. All these brackets and whatever on here have all been shot blasted and primed, and some of which have been painted. So shot blasting, it's very hit and miss. If you've got something that's really bad, it'll come out looking like there's hardly anything left of it. But if it's still good material like these, then it'll just take off the flaky paint. So all these have been shot blasted. I've done one of the headlight bowls. This one is, I think, going to be scrapped because it's too far gone. I've got another one which I'll take next time I'm down. This one's been shot blasted. There's a couple of holes in it, but nothing to write home about. I've painted it in this sort of greyish colour. Obviously these are the seat brackets. The original colour for these would have been black, but I've painted them in this grey. If you look at them in the light against something that's just been painted in primer, you can just see that it is a shade darker. So that's them. They're the door hinges. So my next job is I've just started making some rubber gaskets. These are going to go on the doors and prevent the aluminium corroding where it meets the steel hinge. So I'm going to cut some holes in these and get them fitted. So by placing the hinge on top of the gasket like so, and then scribing around it, I get two holes marked, and I can use this punch. These ends are changeable. You can get a range of different sizes on there. This is an 8mm. It's roughly a 6mm bolt that's going through it. Find the centre and give it a knock like so. And then same on the other side. You do need something relatively hard to do this, relatively hard material that's not going to have too much flex in it, so a piece of wood would be no good at all. I've actually got two steel benches. The one on the right is made of cast iron, and it's really thick, so there's no giving that whatsoever. But due to the amount of stuff that's on the bench, I'm going to use the back of the forklift truck again. So that's one down, 7 to go. So when we're using the old bolts, it's always worth just running a die down the thread just to try and clean it up, clean the rust off. The green stuff that's on there is called Trefolex, and it's a form of tapping compound. I'm struggling to hold the camera and turn this at the same time, so I need two hands. So my next job on the bonnet is to sort out a small dint which is there. It's this bonnet and the rest of the front end of this vehicle is going to be sprayed next week, so I just want to sort this out. So what I'm going to do is position the camera, and then what we're going to do is we're going to use this hammer, which has a slightly curved end to it, and we can use that behind, and then we're going to use this, which I believe is called a dolly, to act as a dead weight so I can knock the dint back into it. So I'm going to put that on there and give it a bash. It's not perfect that, but it's now a lot smoother and a lot less obvious. This is one of the front air vents that I've cleaned up, and after cleaning it up I discovered this dint here. So what I'm going to do is use one of the hammers in the set down here to remove that dint. When I'm doing this, I'm not using filler, I'm just using the hammers. So a couple of cobwebs on there, so we can get rid of them. They've been on there some years. Right, so place that on there. This is one of my favourite dollies, if you like. It's nice and easy to handle, and you can put it up against the job like that. The hammer that I'm going to use is going to be this one, because that pointed bit will get into the corner, whereas the other bit won't, because of that the lip on the side. So I'm going to hit that on there. The dint on the outside has almost gone. You can still see where it was, but it's not as obvious. This door I bought new from Paddocks, and I got it cheap because it's damaged. And the place where it's damaged is here. And what we're going to do, same as before, give it a whack, and hopefully that should make the damage less obvious. There are other bits on this door, but I don't think we'll be able to do anything with them. With these being aluminium, they will dint very easily. So we're just going to have to live with what we get. So there is the dint. Just try and get a bit smoother. There are a number of places on this door that have suffered from dints, and I don't think I can get any more of them. I can have a go at this one. No, I think we're not going to be able to do anything with this, but it's just made it a bit less obvious now on there. You probably wouldn't have picked that up on the camera because it was so small, but I think that's as good as this is going to get. So the next job, headlights. This is a headlight. This is what's going to be going on when we've assembled everything together. I've just bought it brand new because I was fed up with prattling about with the old ones. So I'm going to put that to one side, like so. Down here is one of the old ones that I bought. So this is what we're trying to assemble. Obviously there's a bit missing because it's disintegrated, but the bowl is good, so I'll reuse that. The bowl here is rotten, so I won't be reusing that one, although it's been shot blasted, ready for painting. I won't be reusing it. This one has been shot blasted and painted and is ready to be fitted, which we'll do in a minute. So all the parts are laid out on the bench. We've got one ring there, we've got one ring there, and 2 more rings just off to the left here on the top of there, the bowl, and that's about it for now. So I'm going to go over to the vehicle and we're going to fit the bowl into position, ready to take the rest of it. So I'll just press that into position and 4 pot rivets will hold it in place. I've already put the gasket in. The gasket goes behind the bowl. Might happen. So first things first, back ring, front ring, and bit in the middle. Yeah, that bit will go inside there like that, not on the floor. So what I'm going to do is I've got this bit here, one that I cleared earlier. That's the 2 bits you've just seen, one inside the other. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to place. Oh dear. Throat sweet. I'm going to move these out of the way, make some space on there. So I'm going to put the light on here, like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my back ring that way round, and I'm going to put it on there so that it slots into the 3 lugs so that this can no longer turn. And I'm going to flip this over like so, and then I'm going to place this in such a way so that these 3 holes here will line up with the corresponding 3 holes on there, which I think need to go around one. Right then. So that should now close together. It hasn't done. Ah, yes, it is. Right. Right, so I'm going to get that screwed together. So this is now all assembled up as one complete unit. The next thing I need to do is to introduce the outer ring, which is over here. There's only one way around this can go, and it's going to be that way round, like so. No, that's the wrong way. There. And then I need to work out where the clips go to hold this ring in place. So they're going to go through them holes there, and these are the clips in question. So somehow they poke through there. I can't remember exactly how. may have a problem. Unless they go... Cut a long story short, at this point I can't remember. Right, so I've assembled this back together now, and it now incorporates the two clips that we looked at a minute ago. So, the other one's there. So what I'm going to do now is put that face down, and then put this on here the correct way round. So it should be there. And then them clamps that I've just had are going to hopefully clamp the outer ring back to the main body like that. Yes, that makes more sense. So the outer, so them clamps will overlap there like so, and then the other one being around there like that, and they are secured in with two screws. Just line that up. Two screws from the other side. One of the screws, both of the screws even look like these. So there's your two screws. I'll get them tightened up. So now this is all assembled up. Put the wires on. Line the three hoses. Turn it to lock in place. That's that done.